The last time they played was January 1st, 2023, and the Giants blew them out 33-10.
Yeah, but back in those days, bro, Lawrence Taylor was probably still there, you know what I mean? That was a long time ago.
2 years ago.
Bro, with these COVID years going by, bro, time doesn't exist anymore, bro. Can we talk about the political and economic state of the world right now? Like, yo.
Can I just say,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
That's got to be top 2 Christmas sweaters of all time, that one. Week 16, we had free kicks, we had goal line fumbles, pick sixes. Just one normal week of NFL football is all we ask for, and we will never get it. Welcome back to the NFL Pick Show. We are reviewing week 16, making our picks for week 17. Boys, just 2 weeks left of the regular season. I feel like it's flown by. We didn't start these videos until like week 14, maybe, was it? Week 14, 15. But it feels like the whole season's just flew by. We're going to do picks in the off-season too. Won't be as frequent. We won't do it every week probably for, you know, if there's only 1 or 2 games on. But there's 16 games this week. So let's start making our picks. Before we do that, it's the weekly recap of our week 16 picks. Also, the pick 6 section coming up, which if you don't know what that is, stay tuned to find out. Key, what was your record for last week, bro? In fact, wait there. Let me introduce the panel. I'm getting too far ahead. I am your host with the most, Billy Walters Jr., a.k.a. Mullet McGee, a.k.a. Offensive Gambler from the Cash Money University. You're at the Schno University. Key, introduce yourself. 49ers fan over here.
Yeah, sadly, a 49ers fan. A little bit of a Falcons fan, just because of Keiko, but when he gets released, ties are gone.
Oh, speaking of that, hold up a sec. Can you see this number around my neck? The camera's flipped it, but can you see what this number is? Can you see this number? Speaking of the Falcons quarterback, we'll get to that. Let me stop interrupting this guy's intro. My bad.
Yeah, I'm Crab or Key, either or. I don't mind. Yeah, I am the Niners fan. I'm here. I'm balling. I do the Nick Bosa a lot. I don't know why. It just happens. Deal with it.
It's in his DNA. I think he might be a Bosa himself. And representing the Green Bay Packers, a bit of a better side, we have our boy Q.
Yes, sir. Green Bay Packers fan, born and raised. Some people are prop bettors. I am a prop comic, I like to think. If this is going to work, that'd be awesome. But I got my lights here, hopefully. They're just blinking on me. There we go. I got my lights going, showing the Packers going to be performing under those big lights. God damn it. Packers are going to be doing way better than those lights were tonight. Unfortunately, not going to be able to include them in this week's episode, but we'll get back to them as soon as we can.
Big facts, little disclaimer. This video will probably go up after the Packers game, but it's not going to be included in our picks for last week because we're recording this before the Packers game. I forgot to say in my intro because I'm all over the place, bit messy like my hair. I am a Dallas Cowboys and a Baltimore Ravens fan, so if you ask me why I've got 2 teams, don't ask questions, bro. Who even are you to ask questions type shit, bro? You get me? So, it's week 16. Currently, I am 11-4 on my record. Key, how are you looking for week 16, bro, with your picks before the Packers game?
Let's just say I need this Packers win. I'm 8-7.
That your worst week since we started?
Honestly, I think it's tied with the first week. I can't remember what my first week was, but it rings a bell. I'm full of terrible takes and Niners love. You know what?
That's a fact.
Come on, Green Bay.
Q, how you doing, bro?
I'm sitting at 9-6 right now. So finally, everybody's got a different record coming into the week. It's going to stay that way after Monday night. And I'm just hoping to get better next week.
Yeah, for real. I mean, it's just showing this week who knows ball. You know what I mean? That's all I can say. Do you know what it is this week? In fact, we'll get to our pay and respects in a moment. Another thing I forgot to mention in the intro, this video is going up, should be Christmas Eve. So everyone who celebrates Christmas, shout out to you. And everyone who doesn't celebrate Christmas, happy Tuesday to you. Because this video should be going up on Tuesday. The boys are rocking the Christmas sweaters. I couldn't get one in time, so you're going to have to deal with just the white vest with the red on, you know what I mean? If you know where this is from, by the way, you are a cultured individual. I should have said in my intro, Billy Walters Jr., Drip Hashirer, but that's enough of that. Let's do our pay and respects. So, first game of the week, we all got wrong. It was the early kickoff. NFL history made in this game a free kick. Didn't even know that was a rule. Didn't even know that was a thing, and you can't blame me because it's not happened since the 70s. You know what I mean? The last time there was a free kick in the NFL, it was in black and white. Did they have color in the 70s? I don't even know. But we all picked the Denver Broncos, and the Chargers went out there and beat them 34-27. I took the Broncos and under for game points. 2 losses on my head right there on the first game of the week. Boys, did you just watch this game? Any thoughts about this one?
Yeah. I actually watched this, and while
For once.
watching it, Scott was putting in the Discord begging on the under point. The whole time me and Q were just laughing at him. But it was a good game, it really was, yeah. It was a great game. My boy, Joey Bosa, hit a little stack, did a little Nick Bosa. I was so happy. Can I just say, with the helmets on, those guys run the same, they tackle the same, they just look the same. They're just the same guy.
It's almost like the
And,
brothers.
It was
They
almost
gotta
like the brothers.
They got to be related somehow. No,
You never know.
watching this Chargers Broncos game, it just kind of looked like, especially towards the second half, that the Chargers wanted it more. I think they came in a game behind the Broncos, tied them in the standings. I don't know who the divisional tiebreaker goes to right now. Looks like that is going towards the Chargers. So with that win, they actually catapulted themselves above the Broncos. Like I said before, it just looked like they wanted it more, and it's a tough pill to swallow for the Broncos fans.
Yeah, for real. The Broncos are a team, for me especially, this season they've been up and down. Cost me 1 week a lot of money, made me money the next week. This week again, costing us. And, bro, Bo Nix is not that guy. Bo Nix, you're not that guy, pal. You know what I mean, bro? Justin Herbert went out there on a sore ankle too, was dancing on that Broncos defense. Second half as well, the Chargers defense came out there, was just balling out. Bo Nix, bro, if he thought he was in the conversation for Rookie of the Year, no chance anymore, bro. So that was the first game of the week we all got wrong. I got the least amount wrong this week, so I'll quickly run through my pay and respects before passing the ball across to the rest of the losses for this week. My bad. I think we all picked the Eagles, actually. We can all stay on that one, can't we? So we all picked the Eagles to beat the Commanders. Now, if you've watched any episode of this show before, you know I'm a big fan of JD5 talking about Rookie of the Year. Bo Nix, get out of this conversation. You were never in it to begin with. Jaden Daniels already has that trophy in my eyes. He went out there, beat the Eagles. Jalen Hurts went down injured, a big blow for the Eagles. Saquon Barkley, though, out there dancing, putting up nearly 200 yards, I want to say. I don't know what the final stat line was, but he was cooking 33-36. What a game that is, and what a win that was then for the Washington Commanders. Boys, anything to add?
You're only as good as your backup quarterback. That's something I've heard a lot. And Kenny Pickett just is not it, man. You got to get somebody better back there, especially talking about backup quarterbacks. Malik Willis, who we stole from the Titans, looking like a damn good quarterback when Matt LaFleur's taken over, and the Titans are just lost at quarterback right now. I can't believe we stole their best one away for a 7th round pick.
The Titans absolutely suck. Bro, didn't Kenny Pickett, is that his name, Kenny Pickett? Is it, or am I?
Pickett.
I'm throwing an S on the end, like with Joe Burrows. I have this tendency. Didn't he throw a touchdown first play? Am I bugging? I swear his first play out there, or at least first drive, he threw a touchdown to AJ Brown, and then
I think his first drive went pretty all right, and then after that,
yeah,
things started slowing down.
When he came out and threw that touchdown, and I was like, oh, the Eagles, bro, they got this one, you know. But never count out the Washington Commanders. You saw what he did to the Bears. Final play, Hail Mary. Never count out the Commanders, bro. You know what I mean? I've got this 9 on my neck right now. Shout out to MalloryBros, as always, making the picks on the MalloryBros pick 'em link down below. You know what this 9 means, and you know what the Washington Commanders means to the Mallory Bros. Anything to say about this one?
No, I just think Saquon was unbelievable again, but I think the Eagles' defense just stunk. I really do, and yeah, I don't really have anything else to add. Everything I wanted to say has already been said.
See, Eagles defense is one of the best in the league as well in terms of yards allowed per game. So it just shows the quality, bro. Some of the passes JD5 was putting out there, that touchdown to Terry McLaurin. Oh my, bro, that was an absolute dime from JD5, bro. And Terry McLaurin is one of the best receivers in the league. Gotta put respect on his name if you are not, because bro, the stuff he be doing out there, he's one of the best for sure. That was one of my 4 losses so far. One of those losses was the Jacksonville Jaguars. I picked them to beat the Raiders. Trash game. You know what I mean? I won't say the same analogy that I made last week, but that's like picking between 2 of the worst things of all time. So the final loss I had on the week was I picked the Cardinals to beat the Panthers. I said immediately after placing bets on that game, yo, the Cardinals are going to let me down. I said the Cardinals are going to let me down. The Panthers could win this. We would have got a great odds on the money line for the Panthers. They won in overtime. Let me not stay on it for too long because I don't want to just stay here for like half an hour telling you why Kyler Murray is a bum. Kyler Murray's a bum. So I'm finished for the week. That's my 4 losses, providing the Packers don't go ahead and lose to the bum-ass Saints tonight. Q, don't do it, bro. Who wants to go next? I can't remember what your records were. Oh, you okay, Q. And there's one specific team that I know both of you need to pay respects to, and I want to hear it in full. 2 weeks in a row now, by the way, boys. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, you can't win them all, man, and you didn't win that Panthers Cardinals game, but one of us did for sure. That was probably my best call of the week, but my Jets Rams call was looking good for about a half, and then after that it just fell apart. We got prime Rodgers to Adams for about a quarter of the game. Didn't really last much longer after that. I also did Jaguars over Raiders, didn't happen, and my last one, or my second to last one, I should say, is Niners over Dolphins. I thought we saw Detroit come back from all these injuries, get a good win against Chicago. I kind of thought the same thing was going to happen with the Niners. Didn't happen. Dolphins, I still don't know what to make of this team. There's a couple that every week they just go back and forth, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? And speaking of Niners and Cowboys, one quick moment of silence for your guys' playoff chances this year because it's all but over for you guys. And yeah, unfortunately, I got to talk a good game about the Cowboys here. I watched the highlights. Dallas just played a more physical game than Tampa was able to take it, and what a play at the end from Deron Bland. Buccaneers are driving. Deron Bland is able to rip the ball out on the final possession for Tampa, gets the win for the Cowboys, and ruining my picks this week. So thanks, guys.
Thanks for paying respect as well to my Cowboys. I tried to tell you boys 2 weeks in a row, don't pick against the Cowboys. We should still be in playoff contention if it wasn't for that silly loss against the Bengals, bro. That should have been a W right there. And it's painful to see your season fall away like that. Micah Parsons had the same, reaction, especially after the Bengals game, where it's just like, bro, we could have done this. You know what I mean? Cooper Rush is looking more comfortable by the day for every snap that goes on, unless I put a bet on him and then he wets the bed. But we're going out there balling. CeeDee Lamb is one of the best receivers in the league. Micah Parsons balling out on the defense. I'm on a Cowboys rant. Key, it's your turn to pay respects, bro.
On that last play, like you just said, I had visions of like Baker just putting it in there, putting it in the end zone, me and Q just sitting here, high horses, looking down our noses, and yeah, it just never happened. So you know what, Cowboys, fair play to yous. I'm still not gonna pick yous this week, but anyway, fair play to yous. You still stink though, but Nana stink too, so it is what it is. I'm proud of yous, but I hate yous. Anyway, I also picked the Niners. We lost. One good thing though, one good take from that game. Did you guys see that Debo touchdown?
I actually didn't.
Debo caught it. 3 defenders in front of him just trucked right through all 3 straight into the end zone. Finally, something good.
Are we
happened in
saying Debo's
Samuel.
back?
No, we're not. We're definitely not saying he's
D
back.
or D's nuts?
Deep over.
Deep over.
For God's sake. I'm a big
man.
Debo fan, so
Yeah.
it was good to see Debo do well. I also took the Jags. They stink. It was Jags Raiders, wasn't it? Yeah. I like the it's Aiden O'Connell, innit? I
Yeah.
like him, and I was looking at his stats for like this season, and he's played 7 games. He's thrown 4 touchdowns and 3 interceptions.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was injured for this game going into it. I'm not saying it would have changed my pick, but I could have sworn he was injured, or maybe he was carrying a knock going into it. Just to piggyback on what you're saying, Key, the reason I picked the Jags, I watched Jags versus Jets the week before. I know it's any given Sunday and you shouldn't base off the week before, but I watched Jags versus Jets and I watched Raiders against Falcons, I think it was that week. That Raiders offense was abysmal, and so was the Jags team, but they put up 2 touchdowns, I think, on the Jets. So I was like, okay, it's a battle of who can smell the most. And if you smell what The Rock is cooking, The Rock got handed to Brock Bowers, one of the Rookie of the Year contenders. He had a good game, and the Raiders went and won. So, yeah, back to you, Key, in the studio.
Who else did I take? I also took Philly. Philly can just, yeah.
That was a
Anytime I
crazy
pick
game.
Philly, I'm always confident. But yeah, just Philly, go to bed. Put the fries in the bag, Philly. Who else? Cardinals. At this point, I don't even know why I picked them anymore. I really don't.
Kyler really needs to put the fries in a bag and put the burger in a bag too. Why am I seeing this guy on TikTok eating burgers next to strangers, bro? Go and win your games, you bum. You're out the playoffs now. Congratulations, Kyler. Go and make your next TikTok, bro. Anyway, Key, go on. Sorry, bro.
I also picked the Giants, didn't I?
Oh, terrible pick.
Just out of love for Tej. But I don't know, man. It was sort of like I had a feeling they were gonna screw themselves out of the number 1 pick, honestly. And I don't know. I still feel like they're gonna. So come back to me on this in the next couple of weeks if it happens if they get a win and they screw themselves. I'll love it. Yeah, Broncos. We already said the Broncos game. Unbelievable game. Terrible result for me. Terrible result for the parlay. I didn't even take them, but still. Terrible result for the parlay.
That you done with the losses? This guy had a lot of respects to pay this week. Let's hope it's a better week for all of us involved. Will we go flawless in week 17? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Before we get to our picks, we need to recap our pick 6. Now, we have a segment in the show called Pick 6, where we pick 6 players every week to hit a certain milestone. The past few weeks, it's been just touchdown scorers. This week, it was specifically receiving touchdowns. It's the season of giving, you know what I mean? It's giving presents, receiving presents. We thought, why not pick 6 players to get reception touchdowns? So, boys, I will run through mine first because a bit controversial, my picks, I'm not going to lie. So, we didn't set a boundary. We didn't set any rules. Maybe for going forward and maybe for next season, we'll have more rules with the pick 6 segment. I picked 3 players from the same game. I don't know if we should allow that or not, but we can sort it out going forward. But I picked 3 players from the same game. I picked Sam Laporta, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Keenan Allen. I thought with David Montgomery injured, the Lions are going to go out there, need to throw the ball more. Amon-Ra, always good for a touchdown every time I bet on him for it. And last time the Lions played the Bears, Sam Laporta had 2 touchdowns, so I thought he's going to be a big part of their game. He ended up picking up a touchdown. Keenan Allen, one of my favorite veteran receivers in the league. I remember that guy back in the day at the Chargers, right? Yeah, he was at the Chargers. Yeah, bro. So I was looking good after one game. Jamar Chase picked up a touchdown in his game. I always bet on Jamar. Jamar's my favorite receiver in the league. I think he's the best in the league. I know Jay Jettis has his fans out there, and he is quality, and he does get triple teamed every single play. But I didn't pick Jay Jettis this week. I picked Jamar Chase. He cashed me out. I picked Puka Nacua. Now, Puka, bro, after you balling out the other week against the Bills, I've picked you 2 weeks in a row now, I think, to score a touchdown. You haven't done it for me, bro. Maybe I'm lying on that, but I feel like I'm right. Puka, bro, you cost me money. Big time, bro. It was just you, Puka. I know that you're watching. I know that Puka Nacua watches the videos. Bro, like, you've got to cash at me the compensation for this, bro. You were the only man who let me down in this particular parlay that I had. Final pick in the pick 6, though, was CeeDee Lamb. I always pick CeeDee Lamb. I'm a Cowboys fan. I love CD. Think he's one of the best receivers in the league. He got tackled at the 1 yard line, bro. I was like, bro, just reach that joint out there, get it in, pause. But he didn't. And I went 4 and 6. I think that's my best pick 6 so far. Bit of a cop out if you want to say that, because I picked 3 players in the same game, but it is what it is. And I did say in the last week's video to take that Keenan Allen anytime touchdown. So anyone who cashed out on that, you are welcome. Feel free to send me half of what you won, because you wouldn't have done it if I never said it last week, bro. Be real. Anyway, Key, we'll throw it across to you, bro. Who did you take in your pick 6? Run through the 6 names first, and then tell us if they did score or not.
Can I just say, a pick 6 parlay hates to see me coming. Can we just put that out there?
What do you mean by that?
I've stunk it out again. So I'm a big fan of Brock Bowers. I put Brock Bowers because I like him. He didn't end up getting a touchdown. It is what it is. I took Josh Jacobs. Obviously, he hasn't played yet. I know he's a running back, but still. I took George Kittle and Juice from the same game. Neither of them got a touchdown. I took Amon-Ra St. Brown. He got a touchdown, which is great. I was actually in between Juice and Sam Laporta, but I went with Juice, and I don't know why. I just wanted to be a bit out of the blue pick. I should have went with Sam Laporta, but yeah, Juice didn't get one anyway. And I went with Pat Fryermuth. He didn't get one either. So currently, I'm 1 for 6 or 1 for 5, and then Josh Jacobs. If Josh Jacobs gets 5, does that count? Am I 6 for 6?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And bear in mind, this is reception touchdowns too. Receiving touchdowns only. I know that Josh Jacobs, I think he's got like 3 receiving touchdowns this year, maybe, or something. I don't know if you know the stats being a Packers fan. I made it the fuck up. I said 3. That sounds like a good enough number. But this guy picked Kyle Juszczyk to get a receiving touchdown. I don't even know if the 49ers have a fullback pass option play in their playbook, bro. Has Kyle Juszczyk ever caught a pass before? Does he get used as a receiving fullback? That is crazy to me, bro. I need to look at this 49ers playbook, because the only fullback play I know is blocking for the running back or fullback dive, bro. Q, can you give me your 6 names first and then discuss whether they have the touchdown? It's easier to edit. Nice one, Key.
Yeah, I gotcha. I flipped the script from last week, but unfortunately, I did pretty good last week, so it was not good. I had Ladd McConkey, Tank Dell, R.I.P., Kyle Pitts, Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp, and Khalil Shakir. And the only guys to cash me out were Tank Dell, catching a touchdown while destroying his leg, gotta respect it, and Devontae Adams. Like I said, we got the prime connection for about a quarter, and then things just kind of fell off from there.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that in the intro. Praise up to Tank Dell. Shout out to him for holding onto that ball, bro. The fact that he held onto that ball for the touchdown while he knew something was wrong, he straight away pointed to his knee and knew something was wrong. I don't know what the classification is yet on that injury, but wishing a speedy recovery to Tank Dell. For real, for real. So, that's our pick 6. For next week's theme, we haven't decided our players yet, but since it is Christmas, the season of giving, we are picking 2 quarterbacks for a passing touchdown to represent giving gifts. We're picking 2 receivers again for a 2 players for a receiving touchdown to represent receiving gifts. and we're picking two defenders, or maybe teams we haven't decided yet, because two defenders might be tough, but two defenders to get a sack to represent Santa's balls? Question mark. Santa's sack of presents. So, week 17 picks. First game is on Christmas Day. We have a doubleheader on Christmas Day. First game at 6 p.m. UK time. It's the Kansas City Chiefs at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Quick one from me. The Steelers are a great team and they're at home. The Steelers home fans are crazy, but I'm picking the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes at the wheel. I never bet against Patty. I think he is not for MVP, by the way. I'm not saying that because that's for Josh Allen and Lamar to decide. But I think in terms of just who do I want in my team to lead the team, bro, I think Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. If I was building a team right now, biases aside and play styles aside, who do I want under center? It's Patrick Mahomes. That guy just gets it done. That's my only thoughts on the Chiefs. I don't actually like the Chiefs either, so I hate to give them credit like this, but every time I hate on Mahomes, which there was a few seasons ago, I said I was going to keep this quick and bro's yapping, but there was a few seasons ago when I used to hate on Mahomes every game. I was like, nah, he's not that good. Bro, he is that good. He's him. Let me give it over to Key. Who are you taking for this one, Key?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Chiefs too. I think it's a good matchup. I just think the Chiefs' black magic tends to just makes them better.
You just made me realize they're playing the Steelers. This is literally a black magic off. Like, who can sacrifice the most? Sorry, go on, Key.
It's gonna be a 1-point game. Steelers are gonna kick. It's gonna hit both posts and bounce out. It's gonna be game over. But yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs too. Yeah.
Q, what you got on this? And any predictions for how it's going to end? As a UFO comes down from the sky and picks the ball up.
Yeah, no, that would be pretty tame for this game is probably going to end. No, I think I'm going to have to split this first game with you guys. I really think that this Steelers team has an insane home advantage. They have their black magic of their own that they're going to work. Chiefs, oh my God, so many times, last play of the game, they find some crazy way to win. I think this is the time that the opposing team finds a way to win the last second. I'm going Steelers on this first one.
I like it as a pick. The Steelers are a great team, coming off a loss as well to my Baltimore Ravens. What a game that was. There was that few minutes where it was like interception, pick six. It was a crazy game, bro. Fumbles and recoveries everywhere. Russell Wilson, one of the worst fumbles I've ever seen, probably. That is terrible.
It was the most normal, like most average NFC or AFC North game you could ask for. Anytime the AFC North plays each other, it's just all kinds of wacky shit going down.
Yeah, literally, it's always a good watch when you see the Ravens against the Steelers. And again, it was a good watch. And Derrick Henry as well. Bro, 23 carries, I think, for 168 yards. Making up the stats as I go, it's what I do best. Speaking of my Baltimore Ravens, they also play on Christmas Day, 9:30 p.m. UK time, it sure is. We are away to the Houston Texans. First of all, I just want to say prayers up again to Tank Dell, wishing you a speedy recovery, for real, for real. I'm picking the Ravens. I would never pick against my team. So I'm going with the Ravens, and that's not even just bias. I don't think CJ Stroud is good enough to get this job done, especially with his star receiver now injured for the rest of the season. So, give me the Ravens. Key, who are you taking?
I think the Ravens will win too. Surely it's a unanimous vote. I don't know if it will be, but I think Derrick Henry, he's an absolute truck. I think he's just going to dominate. I think he's going to be the main selling point for this win. I think that the Texans, they're just not good enough to win at the end of the day. I think they're not good enough to beat the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Ravens too. I will say, back in Week 5, Texans barely beat the Bills, and we know what the Bills are now. They're a potential Super Bowl team, so I think they have the capability to pull off an upset win here. But it's gonna be very tough with one of their star receivers out. I looked it up. It says he's got a dislocated kneecap, which just sounds fucking awful. It's listed as doubtful. We're very early in the week, so that could definitely change by the time the game comes, but I seriously don't think he's going to be playing. And if they're not at full health, I don't see the Texans winning, so I'm going Ravens as well.
Yeah, I mean, after seeing the hit live, and seeing the reactions of the players, not just of the Texans players, but the Chiefs players too, I don't think he'll be ready for Christmas Day, regardless of what it is. It's a quick turnaround, obviously, with them playing on the Wednesday. Speedy recovery to him. But next game, I don't even want to pick for this one, low-key. It's the Seattle Seahawks at Chicago playing against the Bears. I said last week the Bears could cause an upset against the Lions. They went out there and got cooked. Obviously, I only said that because of how the first game went, and I was scared about the parlay. It ended up being a different team that let the parlay down. Kyler Murray. Let me not even go there again. But I'm picking the Seahawks. I don't think the Bears are good enough to get it done. You're 4-11 right now. I really like Caleb Williams, though. I hope he has a good game. In fact, fuck that. I'm picking the Bears. Give me the Bears. I like Caleb Williams. I like Keenan Allen. They've got a good side over there, and I just don't think the Seahawks are good enough to get it done, but that's going to be a bad pick. If the Seahawks were at home, I would straight away pick the Seahawks. In fact, let me keep my money safe and go with the Seahawks. I'm sorry, Bears. If you win, though, you saw me. I'd put my toe in the pool. I was going to pick you, but I didn't. I'm picking the Seahawks. Qusic, we'll switch it up this time. Who are you taking?
I'm going Seahawks as well. So the Seahawks past two games have played the Packers and the Vikings, two of the NFC's best. Um, Against the Packers, they got shit stomped, and I mean that was with Geno Smith knocked out for a big portion of the game. But I didn't expect him to be back, and I didn't expect this team to show back up the way they did against the Vikings. Like I figured the Vikings were going to win, but it was a 27-24 last minute touchdown kind of deal for the Vikings to pull one out there. So based on their last couple of performances, against the Vikings specifically, I'm choosing Seahawks over the Bears.
Yeah, sorry. I agree. I think the Seahawks, they've been better than what I thought they would be. But everybody knows my hate for Scottie Pippen and his little AI vids. But you know what? This one, I like this one. It says, how many championships would we have won? I know it means nothing, but I just like to look at the boys in the Chicago Bears jersey. So I'm going to pick the Chicago Bears. I'm going to go with the upset. I don't know if it's the upset. It probably is.
No, it definitely is.
I think, well, yeah, it definitely is. Against the Lions, I don't think they were awful. I just think the defense, the defense stunk. But I think Caleb Williams will pull it out. I think he'll beat the Seahawks, and I also hate the Seahawks more than I hate Scottie Pippen. So it's just like Scott said, it's somebody versus somebody.
Did I say that?
Well, I'm not gonna say who it was versus who it was.
Oh,
It's
he
like
was
Taylor Swift versus Beyonce for me.
Oh, that's getting cut from the video. You think I want Taylor Swift fans coming at me, bro? I'm a Beyonce fan, by the way. I like Taylor Swift too. Don't listen to this guy. This is my channel, not his. Don't leave any hate comments.
Any publicity is good publicity.
Exactly.
Like
I'm picking Beyonce. Give me money line Beyonce. Nah, bro. So, next game, we move on to later games now on the Saturday, 6 p.m. UK time. First game is going to be the Chargers against the New England Patriots at the Patriots home. Patriots, bro, they put on a good show against the Bills. I don't know what was going on there. I literally don't know what happened. I feel like there was some sort of, I was going to say riggery, but that's not a word. What do you call it when a sports match is rigged? Tampering. I feel like there was some sort of tampering to make people lose money because before the game, the Bills were minus 14 on the spread. What was the final score, actually? I might sound like an idiot here. What, bro, I've just typed in Bills, trying to find Bills Patriots. Why is the first search Bills pancakes? What the fuck is a Bills pancake, bro? Who's Bill? Why is he making pancakes? Let me find the Patriots. Okay, yeah, it was 3 points.
I was going to say Bills 24, Pats 21, yep.
So all the money line stuff and all of that, and the spread was minus 14 to the Bills, and the points was like over 54 or something like that, and it ended 45. I think there was some tampering going on there from the booking agents. I'm just saying, Josh Allen went under for like all of his over yards as well. So, conspiracy theory, I'm just saying. But we're not talking about last week. What am I doing? It's the Patriots against the Chargers. I'm picking the Chargers. At the end of the day, it comes down to which quarterback I'm more confident in. Drake May versus Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert went out there, really put a staple out there for me when he beat the Broncos. I didn't really have an opinion on Justin Herbert before that Broncos game. You know, I wasn't like a fan of his, and I wasn't really a hater, or well, not a hater, but just I had no opinion. You know, if you said to me, "What's your opinion on Justin Herbert?" I probably just wouldn't answer the question. I'd just keep walking past you in the street. But now, if you said, "What's your opinion on Justin Herbert?" I would say, "Yo, the guy's a baller." Went out there on the hurt ankle as well, smoked the Broncos defense, which is one of the best defenses in the league, playing one of the worst defenses in the league in the Patriots. Give me Chargers, 94% on the MalloryBros pick'em, minus 240 in the betting odds. This is an easy pick for me this week. Key, who you taking?
I just want to state that I made these picks after a couple of brewskis, and I was just reading it back, thinking what game we're on. I've wrote in this game that I'm taking the Los Angeles Clippers. I just want to say that. I don't know, chaps. I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, Justin Herbert, he's not like, I wouldn't have said he's amazing. I wouldn't have said he's bad. I would have said he's just somewhere in the middle of like your top 15 QBs. Not in the middle, but like he's in your top 15. And I think obviously I like Joey Bosa. I like a couple of the Chargers players. Obviously Q's guy, Lad McConkey, great player. So I'm taking the Chargers or the Clippers. The Chargers.
Taking the Clippers for this one. Speaking of cold white boys, that was a terrible transition. Lad McConkey, he's a rookie, isn't he? He's got to be up there in the Rookie of the Year conversation. Him, Brock Bowers, Jaden Daniels, I think they're probably my top 3 picks right now. I don't know if I'm forgetting anyone. I feel like I probably am, because I haven't really paid attention to the rookies much this year. But, yo, Lad McConkey, he is a baller, bro. He's going for like 70 yards almost every game. Every time I see him make a catch, too, it's always a deep catch as well. I don't know, obviously, if that's just the offensive coordinator, the way they're using him, but he's always a deep threat. Always going to get you like 10 plus yards per catch. Shout out to him. Q, who you taking in this game? The Los Angeles Clippers against the New England Pelicans, according to this guy, bro. Who you taking, bro? Pats against Chargers.
Man, we must have sent the news about Justin Herbert out on a telegraph or something if you guys haven't heard it yet, because this man is arguably a top 5 quarterback in the league. I don't know how the Chargers every single year go under the radar. They're just like one of the few teams that everybody's like listing off all the teams, and they're like, I'm forgetting one. Who is it? And it's usually like Cardinals or Chargers or one of them. But no, he is a certified baller. Definitely carried his team to a win last week. I'm seeing the same kind of thing this week against the Patriots. But oh my God, Drake May is starting to look good, and that is the last thing that New England needs is a good quarterback, because I cannot have another dynasty showing up there for my mental health. I need them to not have that ever again.
Yeah, anywhere else but there, please. Like, it's 94% on the MalloryBros pick'em though. This next game is a bit more split on the pick'em. It's the 9:30 game on a Saturday. Well, this is a weird transition, but Los Angeles Chargers, they've just swept the Broncos 0-2. Well, 2-0, I guess, if you want to put it that way, on the season. The Broncos are next. They're away to the Cincinnati Bengals. And after costing me money again last week, and after seeing their offense, I'm not putting my money on Bo Nix. He's a bum. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know if he's injured. He wouldn't throw deep. And I don't know what was going on. It's like every pass was like a 5-10 yard gain. Like, I just don't think he's that good, you know? And then on the other side, you've got the Bengals. You've got 9. You know what I'm saying? You got 9 under center, bro. That number means something. He's playing like an MVP. The rest of his team aren't. And he has one out there too. Give me the Bengals all day. That's an easy pick. Broncos, the great defense. Nick Bonito, you know you're my guy. However, Bo Nix, you're not good enough. Can't wait to eat those words next week when they cost me even more money. Q, who you taking on this one?
I know the number 9 means a lot to you, but does the number 7 have any significance? Because it's got some for me. Joe Burrow, the last 7 games, has thrown at least 3 touchdowns. And if that doesn't scream MVP level performance,
hold
I
up.
don't know what does.
Hold up, Q. You say 3 games, 3 touchdowns.
No.
No? You just said the last 3 games he threw 3 touchdowns.
The last 7 games.
Where did I get 3 from? I was trying to connect dots that weren't there. I was going to say, what's 3 times 3? That's 9, but I'm making up numbers. Sorry, go on, lad.
Can you believe this guy? No. 7 weeks in a row with at least 3 touchdown passes is insane. I know this Broncos defense has been great, but Joe Burrow's, other than the team around him, has been playing expertly this year. And as far as I'm aware, Bengals need to win out in order to make the playoffs. Broncos need, I think, one more win to kick these Bengals out of the playoffs. So it's going to be a big game fighting for their playoff lives. I think Joe Burrow is going to deliver, and I think his defense is finally going to stand up and deliver as well.
I've just realized, bro, I can't wait for the nightcap next week. Broncos against Bengals, are you kidding me? Unk against Ocho, bro. That's going to be a big week. Like you say, they're chasing the playoffs too. If the Bengals win, they go 8-8. Broncos then down to 9-7. It's going to come down to the wire, bro. Oh man, next week on the nightcap is going to be a big episode for them. I hope the Bengals get the job done. I did not know that stat. 7 games in a row with 3 touchdowns is crazy. I wonder what the odds are on them to go over 1.5. They probably have to move it up to 2.5. Let me double check that. Because normally for passing touchdowns, the over-under is 1.5. If they've had to move it to 2.5 strictly because Joe Shiesty is a madman, I can't even take player bets yet. Bet365, bum-ass team.
I'm gonna say that the second they move those odds is the second he's probably not going to do it again. But I'm still excited to see what he does.
Nah, for real. So, some decent variation in the lads so far. We've picked the same on every game apart from 2. Next game is... I'm not going to lie. Oh, have you not picked? I thought... my bad. In fact, next game... No, I'm playing Key. My bad, bro. Let's run it back. I thought... Because normally we do Key, then Q, but because I've switched it up this time, my bad, bro. Who you taking? Let me guess. No, go on, lad. Sorry, I'll give you the floor. My bad. Let me sit back.
Yes, so I was looking at a couple stats while Q was saying his piece, and I was dead set on the Bengals, but I just want to say this. The Broncos actually lead with the total defensive stats, total defensive sacks, the first with 51 sacks, and I think that the Bengals defense is so bad. I'm a little bit torn now on, because I can see Joe Shiesty being sacked a couple times. They're also the 4th in interceptions as well, defensive interceptions, whereas obviously the Bengals are 7th. So I don't know. I think Cincinnati are going to go off, but you know what? I'm taking the Broncos.
I like Joe Burrow. He's been throwing a few picks recently too, hasn't he? He's not been very consistent with his ball safety, but when he's throwing 3 touchdowns a game, he doesn't really need to be. He can be a bit more loose, unlike Jameis Winston and Kirk Cousins. These guys turning the ball over without scoring. That's when you get punished. But, what? Oh, okay. You're still defending Kirk Cousins? He's playing for the Giants next year, bro. I'm sorry. You're going to have to root for the Giants. So, yeah. I like it. You're going with the different pick, but you're going to lose on that pick. So, I'm sorry. Next game. Can we move on now? I haven't forgot anyone, have I? Anyone in the class that I've not picked to answer the question? Next game is the Arizona Cardinals at the LA Rams. Let me make it short and sweet. Cardinals, your quarterback is short and not very sweet. Bum-ass guy behind the center there. Yeah, he's about 5'8". I'm taller than him, bro. I'm not even a professional athlete. Not that you can control your height. I'm cooking this guy for no reason. You let me down for a lot of money, Kyler. If you see this and you get mad about what I'm saying, send me some money and we'll make up for it, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was only £450. So I'm taking the Rams. But Matthew Stafford, though, you better go and throw, bro. I took you for over 200 yards and he went for like 20 yards or something in the first half. What was this bum doing? Against the Jets as well. I'm picking the Rams. Key, who you taking?
I'm also going to take the Rams. I think Puka's going to get one, maybe even two. I think Stafford's going to Stafford's going to shoot the lights out. I don't know if that's a saying, but I'm going to say it is. He's going to just throw. He's going to throw a lot. I think he's going to go over on his over-under, and I think the Rams are going to take it easily, honestly.
Last week, when I picked the Cardinals against the Panthers, I picked that, and I was like, oh, it could go either way, but a rookie QB and Bryce Young against that Cardinals defense. I like the Cardinals defense, some of the players they got over there, and I doubled down on that, and then the Panthers dropped 36 points in overtime on that bum-ass defense by the Cardinals. The Rams arguably have the better offense compared to the Panthers, but it's any given Sunday. Cardinals, though, out of playoff contention now, did it to themselves. Kyler Murray, bro, he's been looking defeated for weeks. Why the fuck did I ever back them? Sorry, Q, I'm taking up your airtime, bro. Who are you picking for this one?
I'm going Rams as well. The first matchup between these two teams, I don't think the Rams were fully healthy. Cardinals definitely took advantage of that. I want to say the Cardinals scored like 41 on this Rams team all the way back in like week 2 or 3. Yeah, week 2 it was Cardinals 41, Rams 10. I could definitely see the inverse of that happening this week with a healthy Rams team. But let me just say, Puka Nacua, I have a bone to pick with you, buddy. I saw him waltzing out there with the Toyotathon sweater, and my culture is not your costume, guy. You're gonna need to respect Toyotathon. That belongs to Pookie over in Green Bay. I better not see that again. You hear me?
Oh, bro, that's funny. All three for the Rams there. I've got a feeling this next one will be a unanimous vote. Or maybe not. It's the Colts away to the New York Giants. MalloryBros Pick'em has it 93%. Colts, I am not picking a team that's 2-13, bro. Yeah. Colts, bro, their running back went off. Jonathan Taylor, his name is. I always call him Anthony Taylor. Isn't he a Premier League referee? And also because the QB is called Anthony Richardson. I always call him Anthony Taylor. I don't know why Anthony and Jonathan are the same name in my head. But I'm picking the Colts, bro. I think they're still in playoffs, maybe. Are they still in the playoff contention? I swear with that win last week, they are still in it just about. Unless it was some other team getting beat has knocked them out. They're still in it. Playing a team with 2 wins, bro. The Giants, bum-ass team. Fuck out of here. Give me the Colts. Colts and Chargers are my 2 teams this week that I would bet my life savings on. But I'm not going to, just in case. Boys, who you taking? Is this a random pick?
I think so. I'm going Colts as well. Jonathan Taylor had redemption on his mind after fumbling away last week. 200 yards, like 2 65-plus yard touchdowns. It was an unbelievable performance. Strong stuff from the home state this time. Proud to say it. And I can't wait to see what he does against the Giants because, yeah, they've been looking like hot garbage all year. And that's kind of the best thing I could say about them.
We'll throw it over to the guy who might be supporting the Giants next year when his favourite quarterback, Kirk Cousins, might be getting picked up by them. Who knows? Are you going to pick the Giants here, Key?
So no, I'm not gonna pick the Giants. But I actually ran into a crazy stat. Well, it's not crazy, but it was a little strange to me considering the outlook on these 2 players. So I'm gonna, like you did last week, with us 2 sets of stats for different QBs. I want you to guess who's who. So this player, QB, has 1,814 passing yards. He's got a 48% completion rate. He has 8 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. So that's QBA. QBB has 2,070 passing yards at a 63% completion rate, 8 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. Which one would you guys take?
Yeah, I think I'd go player B with more yards and less interceptions, but I know how I did mine last week, so I'm excited to see who these guys are.
Yeah, if we're going off numbers, I would take QBB, but I think I know the answer is that QBA is going to be Anthony Richardson, right?
So QBA is Anthony Richardson and QBB is Daniel Jones.
Didn't a lot of those interceptions come early season though, and that's why they dropped him for Flacco, and then he's came back in and he's looked a lot better now. So I guess the stats could be misleading when you look at them just on paper, but a weapon that Richardson has as well is his feet. I took him for plus 20 rushing yards, or 20 plus against the Titans. I think he ended with like 60, bro. He got in the wind. Jonathan Taylor got in the wind too, but yeah, when you look at it on paper, you know, Daniel Jones. What did you say, Daniel Jones? The one who got released.
Yeah, he doesn't even play for them anymore.
Yeah, he's playing safety for the Vikings, isn't he? Oh man. Yes.
Daniel Jones has 7 interceptions as the safety for the Vikings.
Yeah, that's a good player. That's a good pickup, you know what I'm saying? So, 3 for the Colts there, yeah? And anything else to add, Key? I didn't want to cut you off there if you still had more to go.
Nah, just they actually played. The last time they played was January 1st, 2023, and the Giants blew them out 33-10.
Yeah, but back in those days, bro, Lawrence Taylor was probably still there, you know what I mean? That was a long time ago.
2 years ago.
Bro, with these COVID years going by, bro, time doesn't exist anymore, bro. Can we talk about the political and economic state of the world right now? Like, yo.
I think I gotta go.
What a game.
I would have loved the next game to be Commanders, so then I could say, speaking of Jaden Daniels, but speaking of... I can't think of anything. I'm sorry. Next game, 6 p.m. on Sunday. Delay a game. Offense. Number crab. So, on Sunday, 6 p.m., the next game is the New York Jets at the Buffalo Bills. Now, on paper, this is an easy pick for the Bills, but they look shaky against the Patriots. I still don't know what the problem was, but I'm picking the Bills. I'm never picking the Jets again. I said that a few weeks ago, then I picked them and they cashed me out, but we won't talk about that. Never picking the Jets again. I love to see A-Rod and Adams linking up. It's nostalgic, but give me the Bills. Q, who are you taking for this? I know you've got a soft spot for those ex-Green Bay Packers players. Are you going to go with the upset here or take the Bills?
You know, I made the remark a couple weeks ago talking about the Jets are going to pick up some random victory towards the back half of the season, mess up their draft stock, keep in the same cycle that they're in right now. I don't see that happening this week. Josh Allen and this Bills team have looked great for the majority of the year. Last week was kind of an exception, but even when Josh Allen wasn't going at the rate he's been, they had James Cook, who was definitely carrying the team this week. And regardless of who's doing the carrying this week, I think that they're going to do better than the Jets. So I'm going Bills.
I agree. I completely agree. I think Josh Allen, I think he's dismantled so many big teams. And like the Bills have taken the W over some great teams. They've been a little shaky too, but I just can't see them getting beat by these. Honestly, I think they're just too good. Yeah, I think the Bills are just better.
3 for the Bills. Next game is possibly game of the week. Probably is. I haven't saw the rest of the fixtures yet, but out of the ones I've read so far, this is looking like game of the week. It's the Green Bay Packers at the Minnesota Vikings. Do we want to actually talk about this game? Because the Packers haven't played yet against the Saints. So we don't know how that's going to go, if there's going to be any injuries that could affect anything. I guess let's talk about it as if it was this week. You know, let's talk about it like Nothing happened in the Saints games. Packers went out there, blew them out, played the second string for the rest of the game and won. Packers are full health against the Vikings. Q, you are the Packers fan. We'll give you the stage, give you the floor. What's your thoughts and who are you going to take? Just before you do get into it though, MalloryBros Pick'em has a 46% Packers, 54% to the Vikings, and the Packers are a plus 100 on the betting lines. That's good odds. Q, do you think you can get the job done?
I think our biggest opposition this year has been ourselves, especially in the beginning of the season, just continuously shooting ourselves in the foot over and over, reloading the mag and doing it again. Toyotathon's on, baby. And you know what that means. MVP Jordan Love is back. And look, against these teams earlier in the season, like I said, it's been more us shooting ourselves in the foot rather than them beating us. And if we got a healthy team going in, I think Packers are going to get it done for sure. It's going to be close, and I can see it going either way, but I would be really happy to see the Packers get a victory.
Yeah, I agree. I can see it going either way. I think Jordan Love has been great. I learned today what the Toyotathon actually is. But yeah, I think Toyotathon, Jordan Love, as our boy Q calls him, Pookie. I think he's gonna win. It's gonna potentially be, in my opinion, it's gonna be an 11-4 Green Bay versus 13-2 Vikings. I can really see the Packers winning. So for this week, I'm a cheesehead. Where's Vince Lombardi?
I thought this was going to bring a split, but it's actually going to be 3 for Green Bay. I thought picking Green Bay as the underdog pick will get me some nice odds in the parlay, but also I'm not fully convinced on the Vikings. I feel like I say this every week. Sam Darnold, I'm not fully convinced on you, bro. Watch him drop 5 touchdowns again on the Packers. Q, I'm sorry for jinxing it. But bro, I'm still not convinced. Jettis is out there, one of the top 2 receivers in the league, but bro, this is subject to change based on tonight's game against the Saints. I might watch that and not like what I see from the Packers, or there could be an injury that changes that. But surprisingly, it's 3 for the Packers. I really thought we'd get a split vote here, and Key might have gone for the Vikings, and I could surprise the boys and be like, I'm picking the Packers, split the votes, but it's 3 for the Packers. Who'd have thought?
With these common opponents that the Packers and Vikings have played, the Packers have looked a lot better comparatively. Like I talked a little bit about Seahawks versus both those two teams. You can look at Jags versus both those two teams. Um, Vikings definitely did better against the Texans than we did, but we both still won those games. I think a lot of people are writing on those comparison games, talking about how Green Bay is the better team. Like I've seen a lot of fan-made lists. They have Packers as a better team than the Vikings, even though they lost the first matchup. Like I said before, as long as we're healthy, I see that we're going to win this game.
Fair play. Now, speaking of the Packers playing tonight against the Saints, the next game next week is the Saints hosting the Las Vegas Raiders. Don't have much to say on the Saints. Alvin Kamara is injured. I'm yet to see how they've played. You know, obviously with Alvin Kamara missing, if he even is missing. I don't know if he's fully ruled out yet or not. This is a nothing game to me, and again, one that's probably subject to change depending on how the Saints get on against the Packers. But for now, I'm locking in the Raiders. Trying to make this one a quick pick. Key, who are you taking for this one?
I don't know why, I thought that taking the Raiders was going to be a subjective pick, but yeah, I'm taking the Raiders too. I like Brock Powers. I like Aiden O'Connell. Yeah.
I mean,
Pick.
it is, to be fair, it's 12% for the Raiders on the MalloryBros Pick'em, plus 110 on the odds. So Saints are the favourites coming into this. Might get adjusted those lines, though, depending on how the Packers game goes. Obviously, we are yet to see how they've played tonight. But I did have the Saints as well, and I've just swapped the Raiders. But Q, any thoughts? This is a bit of a nothing game again, just 2 stinkers. This is like last week, the Raiders, Jags. It's like, wait there, does the Raiders play anyone good, or do they just play the stinkers? Are they in the special ed class? Probably shouldn't say that. And it's just the only teams that they're allowed to play. Who've they got next week? The Giants? Like, sorry, Q, go on, bro.
Taking the short bus to the stadium. No. I think honestly, I had the Saints to start, and I think I'm going to stick with it. Like, even though the Saints have a terrible record, we saw LaFleur talk about how the Saints, with just a little bit of luck, could have their record flipped and be a good team. And I'm glad that he's respecting them, especially going into Monday night. I don't want to overlook them or anything. And I just think this Raiders team, even with Brock Bowers and Aiden O'Connell, um, I think the Saints defense and whoever they put out at quarterback, it's going to be the battle of the mid for sure.
Yeah, they having a
But
mid off.
I'm gonna have to go Saints with this one, keeping it different.
Yeah, like I say, that one is subject to change for me, as is the Green Bay and against the Vikings. I can't wait to watch that game. It is tonight, isn't it, as we're recording this? It'll be 1 a.m. tonight for us, Key, I think. I'm looking forward to that, bro. I'm staying up to edit and watch that. Let's go, bro. I love NFL football, bro. Let's go. Next game, a bigger split on the pick'em. 6 p.m. still. Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the Carolina Panthers. 95% in the MalloryBros pick'em has gone for the Buccaneers, and I am one of that 95%. Give me Baker and the Bucs. Tough loss against the Cowboys. I think they're still chasing playoffs. I think mathematically they can still get it, the Bucs. So they're playing the Panthers, who aren't great. Big win last week, though, against the bum-ass Cardinals. But give me the Bucs. Q, who are you taking?
Same team and for same reasons. Buccaneers want to get this bad taste of a loss out of their mouth. But Panthers have looked better, but I don't see it happening against this Bucs team. So I'm going Buccaneers.
Key, who you got?
Me three. Me three. I am also going to take the Buccaneers. I think we say it every week. Baker's mature, and we say Baker's getting better, and I think he is still just increasingly getting better. I think credit to the Cowboys. I think last week he was still great, and yeah, I think the Buccaneers will win.
I think Mike Evans gets a touchdown. Go
I
Q.
was gonna say, I think it's the nicest thing he's ever said about the Cowboys.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I gave the double thumbs up. I was like, oh, I felt that in my heart there, bro. He's wait there. Has he got CTE? Should we check him out, Q? Because that's the first time he's ever said anything nice about the Cowboys. Like, is he okay? And he picked the Giants last week. This guy might have CTE.
I don't know, man. I think it's more the Grinch situation where his heart is just growing 3 times the size.
That's my present to you.
Oh man,
A compliment.
you can give me my present in a few games time. First of all, though, we have the Tennessee Titans at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, I said a few picks videos ago, I'm not picking a team with 3 wins. The Titans have 3 wins and 12 losses. The Jags have 3 wins and 12 losses. So I'm not picking for this game. I'm playing. Give me the Tennessee Titans. They've been exposed the last few weeks. I went from saying best defense in the league. Statistically, they did. But the stats are going to be inflated when your defense plays twice as many snaps as your offense. You have more chance to ball out. That offense can't stay on the field. In fact, the Titans' offense sucks. It really does. Their offense sucks. And you say defense wins championships. This is not a championship game. Offense wins games. I'm picking Gritty Jones to hit the Rizzler. That was his name, right? Max Jones or something. I'm picking Mac Jones with the Rizzler to go for Hawk 2 yards. I'm picking the brain rot game of the day. Oh man. Let me go with the I want to put his headset back on with this. So I am going for the Jujutsu Kaisen Jaguars. Just had to get all the brain rot out there, bro. So yeah, let me take the Jags. Key, who you got?
I hate to agree.
I
hate to agree. But I'm gonna take the Jags too. I think it's just another game where I just have nothing to say, honestly.
Yeah.
Will Levis.
Not even a starter no more.
Exactly. I don't even have anything to say.
Do you know who is the starting QB actually for the Tennessee Titans? Billy Walters Jr. Let me come back to you on that. I've just been drafted to the Titans in my Madden career mode. Jesus Christ. I don't know if it's the game or if it's reflecting real life, but that O-line, bro, I have no time in the pocket to throw the ball. I'm getting smoked every single play. Talking about Madden here, Q, let's talk about real life. Who are you picking, Titans or Jags?
I think I'm going Titans as well.
Ooh.
They've been losing a lot of games, but they've had some good performances in their wins. Just another battle of the mid here. Again, I don't think I'm going to watch this game. I don't even know if I want to watch the
Yeah.
highlights for it. But
I'm not going to watch this one. I'm not watching the Saints Raiders either. I'm sorry. I'm not watching
it
it.
was what? It was 10-7 their last game they played, I think.
Jesus
Something
Christ. Give me the
horrible
under
like
on
that.
game points, which means it'll be 41. But
Yeah, they're gonna come out firing for the last game of the year because nothing matters anymore. So yeah, Titans for me.
good stuff. Now, again, this is kind of a mid-off, but like a better level mid-off. It's the Miami Dolphins at the Cleveland Browns. Now, one of the Browns QBs has picked up probably about 25 cases this year. The other one, about 25 interceptions. They're down to another QB now who doesn't look great either. Give me the Dolphins, Hawk Tua, and yeah, I've just said Hawk Tua 2 times in one video. Hawk 2 times. Sorry, Q. Take the mic, Qusic, bro. I'm picking the Dolphins. I'm at that point now where I just can't stop speaking. Q, take the floor.
I'm going Dolphins as well. This Browns team has not looked good all year. Like we said, one of their quarterbacks should be in prison right now. Dolphins got a good win last week, and I think they build some momentum on that. I don't think they're in the playoff hunt anymore, but as we talk about with a lot of these teams, where they're playing for pride at this point. It looks like they're in the playoff hunt. I don't know if they're going to get it. They need to win out and have a lot of other teams lose. So this would be a good step if they can win here. So I'm going Dolphins.
I agree. I'm taking the Dolphins too. Although this Browns team isn't great, I do really like Jerry Jeudy. I think he's great. But yeah, I think there's only going to be one winner, and I think it's going to be Miami. I'm sad that they beat us last week, but yeah, I'll be voting them.
3 for the Dolphins. That Browns team, bro, last week just doesn't look good. They look terrible every play. Jerry Jeudy been balling out, but yeah, not anymore. Next up, 9:25 on Sunday, Philadelphia Eagles at home to the Dallas Cowboys. Now listen to me. In the MalloryBros pick'em, it's 8% picked for the Cowboys, 92 for the Eagles. The Cowboys are plus 400 on the betting lines. It's at home in Philly. Give me the Dallas Cowboys. You thought I was going to pick any other way? You're bugging. You must not know that I'm thugging. Give me the Cowboys. CD Lamb anytime touchdown. Jalen Hurts, I don't know if he's ruled out for this one or not with the concussion. I don't know what concussion protocol is. Do they have to sit out a game or not? Is that not a thing? I swear in football, real football, not this American stuff. If you get a concussion, you have to sit out a game. I might have made that rule up. But regardless, even if he is in, I don't care. Give me the Cowboys, bro. It's my team against the division rival Eagles. I'm not picking the Eagles. I'm not this guy. I don't pick against my team and my players. You know what I mean, bro? And especially with plus 400 on the betting odds, don't let me win that parlay because I will waste it all on more failed parlays. Key, let me hear you talk about the Cowboys, bro. I already know it's going to be some bull jive. Let me pass it over to you, bro. What you got to say?
Can I just say, I'm pretty sure I've never picked against the Niners. So I think you're wrong.
No,
with that
I'm
pick.
talking about that time that you were like, Kirk Cousins is my guy. I'm gonna wear his jersey this next week, but I'm picking him to lose this week. It's like, okay. It's like me saying, oh yeah, I'm picking against the Cowboys, but next week I'm wearing 88 on the back. That ain't gonna happen.
See, I respect how you've stuck with your colours. I respect it because in 2 more, like not next pick, the pick after, I'm probably gonna do the same, even though it's bad. But I can't see Dallas beating Philly. I can't. As much as I'd love to be like, oh, Merry Christmas, here's a little Dallas Cowboys win. Goodbye. I am taking the Philadelphia Eagles.
I feel like Dave Chappelle, and I'm like, y'all got any of those wins? You got any of those wins? Q, what's your thoughts? I think I know where you're gonna go with this one, but I want to hear it anyway.
Yeah, it all depends on if Jalen Hurts is playing. Like I mentioned before, we're at the very beginning of the week here. Like last week still hasn't even ended, so we got a long ways to go before we realize the health of Jalen Hurts. But I think I'm gonna have to go Eagles. I want to say, um, especially if they're fighting for the 1 seed, they might get him out there, and I'm sure he's gonna want to play too. And if he can stay healthy, avoid another hit like that, I see the Eagles winning.
Yeah, I mean, I think the logical pick and the safe pick is to go with the Eagles, but a lot of people said that last week. I know circumstances happened, but Eagles picked up the loss. A lot of people last week said the money's safe with Baker Mayfield and the high scoring Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They played the Cowboys, and what happened, bro? That's right. Don't let the Cowboys win. That's all I'll say. Because I need bringing down to earth. The last few weeks in NFL, bro, I've been lifted up to the sky. I'm on Mars with Elon. You know what I mean? I just saw Matt Damon, bro, the Martian. I need to bring him back down to earth, and I think Philly could humble Dallas here. But give me the Cowboys. Next game. This one is a tough one. It's tugging on my heartstrings already. Monday morning game in the UK, 1:20 a.m. Atlanta Falcons at the Washington Commanders. Commanders, bro. Great team. You just saw last week they beat Philly at home again this time against the Falcons. JD5, my rookie of the year. But I am going to put my heart on the line here and pick the Atlanta Falcons. You see this number around my neck, bro. This number means something to me, bro. But so does the Commanders. But for the same reason, shout out to the MalloryBros as always. I'm left-handed in real life too. Give me Michael Penix Jr. and the Falcons. He went out there and he looked comfy. None of this Kirk Cousins guy that this guy has the jersey of. Key, can you just buy like a Jalen Hurts jersey or something next to just pass the case on, please?
Josh Allen. Josh Allen, I'm coming for
Josh Allen, I'm coming for you, brother.
You gotta be benched, released, or injured.
Have you bought Josh Allen jersey?
No.
Oh, I thought you would genuinely bought one then. I was going to say we'll have to coordinate when we wear them because I might get one. Anyway, yeah, give me the Falcons. Last week, I think Penix had 1 touchdown. Could have had 2 if Kyle Pitts wasn't playing defense. What the hell was that? Did you guys see that interception? He caught the ball and then was like, fucking here you go, lad. Threw it to the defender. I'm like, what, bro? I don't think I've ever seen an interception like that before. Kyle Pitts forgot what team he was on. He should stick to his sim rig and his podcast, bro. I don't know why I'm skitting Kyle Pitts because I've just picked the Falcons to win and I actually watch his podcast. So shout out Kyle Pitts if you see this. I have a sim rig right now. I've got pedals under the desk. Get me on the show, Kyle. Don't know what for what reason Kyle Pitts would ever have me on the show for, but anyway, let me stop talking and give it to Q. Who are you taking for this one?
I mean, I put down Commanders originally, but I think I'm going to have to start preying on the downfall of these teams here, especially if I want this Packers playoffs locked up. They haven't locked it up yet, but they're looking good. But I need some of these other teams to take another L to get some more breathing room here. Plus, yeah, we have Penix throwing an interception, which sometimes it's just horrible that interceptions are a QB stat because what is he supposed to do there? Like,
That should go on Kyle
like,
Pitts' record. It should be an interception
yeah,
for Kyle Pitts.
yeah. Like some of these, like obviously a lot more often than not, interceptions are definitely on the quarterback. But when you see the receivers go, huh, and like lob it to the defender, it's just awful to see and know that that goes down as a pick. For the quarterback. But I think Penix has shown a lot of growth, really showing out, and I hope that he can get another good performance against the Commanders because my Packers needed it.
Now, admittedly, that was against the Giants. So it's going to be interesting to see how Penix does against a good team like the Commanders. JD5 can go out there, put up points on that Falcons defense. Penix has to respond with points against a good defense again. How's Penix going to be when he sees a man like Bobby Wagner coming downhill at him, bro, on a linebacker blitz? You know what I mean? Like, how's he going to fare with that? We'll have to wait and see. That's going to be a good game to watch. Key, who are you picking for this one?
I personally, I'm gonna say all of my love and feelings for the Atlanta Falcons were benched with Kirk Cousins. Without Kirk, they're nobody. I'm taking the Commanders. That I don't have anything else to say. Atlanta.
It's a good pick, man. I think it's keeping your money safe. Falcons plus 170 on the lines. Commanders minus 200. 80% in the MalloryBros pick and went for Commanders, but yo, Falcons, bro. I just want to see Michael Penix ball. I'm like betting on his success right now. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, should be a good game to watch. This next one, I don't think it'll be a good game because one of these teams sucks. It's the Detroit Lions away playing in San Francisco against the 49ers. Give me the Lions. 49ers suck. Key, you're the Niners fan. Take the floor.
I think with a little showing from Debo this past game, I think hopefully Isaac Grando's back, 'cause that's my guy. I think it's just a battle of two broken teams. One's slightly better, and I mean slightly. I say slightly, it's obviously not slightly, but I'm gonna say slightly. One's slightly better, it just edges. Pause. It just edges the other one, and obviously as a Niners fan, I'm not gonna not take the Niners, am I really? So I'm taking. I bleed red. You know what I mean? I bleed red, and I bleed Niners love. So I'm taking the Niners.
A nice L for Key there. Q, who you got for the final game of Week 17?
It's all about who can manage their injuries better because these are almost undoubtedly the two most injured teams this year. We saw a great showing last week from Detroit and a not so great showing from the Niners. I think I'm going to have to stick with Detroit on this one. If these injuries keep piling up, though, I can definitely see this one being really close. But for right now, I'm sticking with the Lions.
Good stuff, man. That's going to bring us to the end of Week 17 in the NFL regular season. And I've just noticed that game, the Lions game, is at 1:15 a.m. on New Year's Eve, UK time, that is. So that means Week 18, the final week, will be in the new year. January 4th, I believe, is when that week starts. So we will be in a new year the next time you see us. So everyone who's celebrating Christmas, have a good one. If you're celebrating for New Year, have a good one. Stay safe. Anything to add, boys, before we go?
I just want to say you're gonna catch me in a club with my phone out with the Lions Niners like this. I'm gonna be ushering everyone away. Just have the Niners on, and I want to be happy because we're gonna be winning. And if they don't, then it means more alcohol for me, and we don't condone drinking alcohol.
Yeah, we don't.
But I'm gonna be
All gambling.
all gambling.
Drink and gamble responsibly.
We just dabble in it every now and then.
Yeah. Q.
Just gotta light it up for the end here, you know. Hopefully, Crab does a good job betting on the Clippers again, and I'm gonna miss you guys. It's gonna be a whole nother year till I see you again. What am I gonna do with myself?
Oh, yeah. See you next year. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Whole 9. Merry Christmas.
I have to go to work.
Sucks as some.
We didn't do a thumbnail, Scott. God's
Been a
sake.
pleasure. Do that pose again. I can snap that if you want. I don't normally like pose for one. I just normally like random screenshots as I go through it.
So we all just start throwing up.
You throwing up gang signs? Rep your set, bro. The Los Angeles Clippers will get onto you, bro, for that one. Bro, the C's for the Clippers.
I fully wrote the Clippers as well, man. I was looking at it because I have it, like I was saying to you the other day, Scott, in work. I have like on my notes, I put down, I go on the NFL app and it's like, obviously, like these played, yeah, these played. Then it goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. I do it in that order. And when it got to the Chargers, I've gone in and wrote in like Los Angeles Clippers. And I don't know why I done that. And I read it and I was looking, I was like, why have I not put the Chargers anywhere? And then I seen Clippers and I just shook my head. You'll probably see it. I just looked at it, just shook my head. Ah, God's sake.
Clipper,
You
I
heard it.
barely know her. In a queue.
I
Let's
was
go.
gonna be like, speaking of Clippers, nice cut you got there, bro.
Me? Nice one, bro.
Yeah.
I'm feeling fresh and clean. It takes so long to dry, though. What do you mean,
We
him?
both had to come. You know what? Let's.
Did you mean Key or me?
let's wrap it. You.
So why did you
Let's
say
wrap it up,
whoa?
guys.
Why did you say
I
whoa?
had to cut as well. But you know what? Let's just wrap it up. Let's
For
go.
real? That looked the same length as the front? Or you just get the back? Did you get the front done too?
Yeah.
Bro, that looks the same length as at the front, but the back and sides is looking cut now. You got the CM key. The CM key haircut.
I got the CMC, but I'm not even gonna wear the
Did you show the barber CMC on your phone and say I want this?
No.
I've
You know what,
shown
actually
I've shown
did?
my barber people
What's that?
before and they said they just told me to shut up. It was Captain Levi from Attack on Titan, but and they were like, nah, you can't do
Showed them
that.
this. Said, give me. I can't even.
You're not even
Give
focusing.
me that.
Oh, what, just the helmet?
That's what
Yeah, that's. You're like, oh, your head's big enough. I'm like,
wow.
nah, bro. Hey, I can't remember what player it was. I think it was for the Titans. It was Tajay Spears, I think his name is. And he had the Guardian helmet thing on, bro. And he's a slim guy, and it looked like, lad, it was the funniest thing ever. It looked like a kid, lad. His head was about this big, and he was dead slim and that underneath it. Too funny, bro. Sorry.